excited to try out the gameplay, new features. I've been trying to play this game, but a little bit tied up. So today we are going to get on to try the new features. I'll explain to you whatsoever I know about the new features and what I think the new features and how they work in game. Without further ado, let's get into it, boys. So let's open up this single pack from Argentina, I guess. We have 100 coins to spend. Oh, a France chance to get a French player. Come on. I really like trainers in this account. Who are we going to get? Come on. Oh, please be good to me. Rabiot. Rabiot. I wanted Jude Kunde. Which pack should we go for? I don't have Kevin De Bruyne. And which one should I go for? I like trainers. I have weights in this account, so I don't think I need weights. Let's try to get this Kevin De Bruyne. I need Kevin De Bruyne in this account. Oh, Kevin De Bruyne, Kevin De Bruyne, Kevin De Bruyne, Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, should I open this one? Is this pack worth it? Is this pack worth opening? Oh, Kevin De Bruyne, Kevin De Bruyne. Let's check his stats again. Oh, Kevin De Bruyne, Kevin De Bruyne, Kevin De Bruyne. Let's check this. Oh, is this a really good decision? Hopefully. Kevin De Bruyne, Kevin De Bruyne, Kevin De Bruyne, Kevin De Bruyne. Come on. Who are we going to get? Konami cook for me, bro. Whoa. Fucking hell, man. Who is this ruining my chances of getting Kevin De Bruyne? Is this Pavard or Fratesi? Bro, the worst player I could ever get from this pack is this guy. This is the worst player I could ever get from this pack. By the way, boys, this is my second account. Let's go. But I couldn't afford, so I never wanted this guy. But there are other means to get coins currently in game. So I'm going to try to complete some of those events. Anyone interested in a friendly can let me know in the chat. Anyone interested can let me know in the chat if you want to go on for a friendly. All right. Let's kickstart with checking out the newly added features in this game. First of all, starting with bro, let's just get into details. Okay? Let's get into details. By the way, I have a boosted Xavier Alonso as a manager. Bro, this feature for this feature, individual instruction, I have now understand how to use this feature. That is the main aim we are on this stream, is to teach others how to use this feature. So offensive one, we have defensive, we have offensive, we have anchoring. Those are those are the instructions that we have in game. So for defensive, the instructed player will refrain from pushing forward in offense. So if you have an attacking fullback and you want that attacking fullback to play as a defensive fullback, you give him this defensive, he is going to stay in that position and not run forward in offense. Get it? Now, if you go to offensive, in this offensive, the player is going to stay high up the pitch. So when you play high balls or long out wide balls, he is going to be there to receive and make runs. And that space is always going to be free for him to make those crazy runs forward. So you can give this to one of your wingers, not wingers. If you are playing with a formation with left midfielders and right midfielders, give one of the left midfielders or right midfielders based on which is having more speed and acceleration. Give one of them this ability. Give them the offensive instruction. You are going to see the effect and how they perform better than ever. Now anchoring. For this anchoring skill, you can give it to any player, but that player is going to stick to his or her. Sorry, there are not ladies. No ladies are introduced into, or women are not introduced into eFootball yet. So that particular player, he is not going to make any horizontal move to change his position. He is going to maintain his position. For example, if you give a center forward this ability, he is going to stay inside the box of the opponent and not go astray or run to the wings and down. So he is going to maintain his center position and not make any horizontal um, switch of position, which is if you have a goal poacher that you want him to really score, then you can give him these abilities. He's going to be there at any time. And now in defense, in offensive two and offensive one have the same instruction to which you can give to like two different players. Now let's go to defensive. In defensive, we have defensive one and defensive two. All the same as you have different the same instruction in defensive one and in defensive two. So for this tight marking and this man marking, you can only instruct a player to take part or to do this when you are in game or in a game plan. You cannot do this from off, like from the main in game, from the main game plan customization section, like where I am. Currently in this position, I can't do it until I have an opponent. Then in the game plan, I can now switch this player positions. I can now give these two instructions to a player. Note, any instruction you give a particular player and that player gets subbed off the pitch, know that that instruction has been turned off. Immediately that player is subbed off. If you replace a new player, that new player is not going to respect or take the command of that instruction. So when a substitute is done, you need to re-instruct that player to take part, to take that role or that instruction you've given the other player that has been subbed off. So each and every time a substitution is made in your game plan, make sure you do go check the player that you gave an instruction, or otherwise turn off the auto substitution mode in game. Just turn it off. And again, another thing for you to notice, when your opponent, for example, if you're using this man marking, when your opponent makes a substitute or makes a substitution, and if that substitution made is the player you were marking or you were man marking, make sure you go back and remark the newly introduced player that your opponent has sub onto the page. If you don't do that, that particular instruction or individual instruction will be turned off. Always remember to go after every substitution made by your opponent. You make sure to instruct the player to remark the upcoming player onto the page. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say, but what I'm trying to say is each time a substitution is done, make sure to re-instruct your player to mark the newly introduced player or to take new commands if you are the one doing the substitution. So now for tight marking, what I am just from saying is for general, for all the instructions or the individual instruction in game. But now for tight marking, the selected opposition player will be marked much tighter than usual, with markers switching depending on the position of that player you have chosen to mark. We will get into a game plan and I will show you something that to note when you see. We are still getting to know details about that particular effect, but I will show you guys that effect. But note that when you do the tight marking and man marking, your defense line, or depending on the player you're using, if you're using a defender to man mark, know that you are at risk because there is space that is going to open up. So what I always do with man marking and tight marking, I use a center mid or any other player, a center mid, a right midfielder, a DMF. If I have like two DMF formation, I'll use one of the DMF to man mark a center forward of the opponent's team or a dangerous player that I've seen performing so well in the first half of the game, so as to suppress my opponent. That is how you man mark or use tight marking. We are going to use that in game. And man marking, the instructed player will perform a tighter man marking on his target. So in man marking, you are going to select your own player and then you select your opponent's player to be marked. So make sure you always select a player that is performing well for your opponent to mark. Note that at your own risk, spaces are going to be created when you man mark a player. Counter target. This instruction, the instructed player will stay in the vicinity of the opposition box rather than dropping back to help in the defense, which means that this counter target needs to be given to a center forward of your team. And if you give this to any player or center forward, any player you give this instruction to will run to the center or to the forward line, then make himself standard or static in your opposition box with his defenders. So these also reserve the center forward energy and stamina. If you have a center forward who is weak or who has a low stamina or speed and acceleration, like Hurricane for me, I always give him this counter target if I want to use the individual instruction because he is slow and he reserves enough energy to use and sprint when you play him the ball. Now we get into sorry for that. We get into the deep line instruction. The instructed player will drop back to a position that allows him to join the defense with ease. So if you give this instruction to a forward player, he is going to drop back. Like if you give Haaland, he's going to drop back in the midfield position, almost like in the midfield position, then so as to help in defending. This is to help you when you are playing a game that you can make a comeback or you're winning a game and you want to defend more. Instead of just going ultra defensive or defensive, now you can add a center forward to fall back and make defensive and help in the defense line. This is the use of deep line instruction. This deep line has limitations. When you are playing five in the back formation, you cannot use this deep line on DMF as defensive midfielders and midfielders when you are using the five in the back formation. So when you are using the five in the back formation, this can only be applied to the forward line of players. Note that. Am I really saying that correct? Let's switch to a five in the back line formation and see if we can apply this particular instruction. Maybe this instruction cannot be applied to a center, a midfielder player or forward player because they are going to increase the amount of players that are in the defense line, which Konami has limited us to five players. So if you're playing five in the back formation, you cannot use that deep line instruction on midfielders and forward players. So let's use a five in the back formation and try to instruct a player to do so to be able to execute that skill or instruction. So we are going to use a formation right now which have five in the back players. For example, this formation is having five players at the back line. What is this lineup? By the way, auto select pick by player starts. Boom. Now we have selected some players and now we are going to the instruction list. We are going to try to use an individual instruction deep line on any of those players. Let's see which position we can use this and which position we can. Okay, so we can only call center forward or the forward line players to fall back. We cannot call for midfielders and DMFs to fall back again. The only players we can call to fall back with this deep line is the forward line. That's wingers and center forwards, second strikers or first nines. So that is how deep line works. Now let's get into a proper game and try to use these instructions. Let me switch that game plan. The player we signed was not the best. Oh, I have Kylian Mbappe. And Now, other new features we have this event. We have the European Cup 2024 and we have the American Cup 2024, to which you can play and get yourself some coins. We have newly introduced events like the United Team, which is a cup match you can play with the AI, and then other default modes that were always in game. Now we have offline cup events. This is the online cup event. This is the goal scoring event, the golden goal event, and we have the unlimited event. Then we have normal, the usual events that are always in game. So we are going to play this unlimited event, get 100 coins or 50 coins. So let's give the instructions we intend to give any of the players. Individual instruction. Let's give any of the players the instruction we intend to use. So we are going to use offensive, and we are going to give that to a left midfielder, and we are going to use that on Odegaard. Why? We are going to use anchoring. We are going to use anchoring on this ball, Bellingham. And now we are going to use man marking. When we're in game, we're going to use man marking and tight marking. So let's search for an opponent, and we are going to do that in the game plan. There you go, first opponent of the day on the stream. Come on. Who are we facing? Now we are in the game plan and we have an opponent to face already. Now we can now man mark the opponent. Okay, this is the opponent squad. We have Maradona, we have Lionel Messi, we have Kylian Mbappe, we have Vinicius, the genius, we have Rodri. Okay, now let's do man marking and tight marking. So we'll go to individual instructions now. Go to defensive. Now on defensive, if we select tight marking is now selectable. So we are going to do tight marking on, definitely he is going to feel like playing with someone. So let's man mark or tight mark Lionel Messi. So he's not going to see much chance to play a ball to Lionel Messi. And let's man mark now using, let's use Rodri, let's use this guy, and let's mark Erling Haaland or Kylian Mbappe. Now, this is what I wanted to show you guys. Look at, when we select Erling Haaland,
If he marks Erling Haaland, it seems Erling Haaland's rating does not reduce, which implies he is still fine to, even if he marks Erling Haaland, it's not going to have a disadvantage on Erling Haaland. But if we select someone else like Kylian Mbappe, you see that Kylian Mbappe's overall rating on the display here is 67 instead of the 101. Now, if we mark Lionel Messi, it's not going to do much of a damage. If we mark Vinicius, it's not going to do much of a damage. If we mark Maradona, you see that Maradona turns from 100 to 74. If we mark his Rodrigue, you see that his Rodrigue turned from 100 to 74 or 67. So we are going to choose one of these players and mark. Let's mark Kylian Mbappe. We are going to try to understand this better in the future, whether we are right or wrong. Because if what is the meaning of you marking someone and the player still with his perfect overall rating
Well,
and
this really
cover
is quite
their
uplifting.
overall
There
rating
is
with his
so much to
fantastic.
raise the mood all around
Hopefully, I
us.
mark
After
with
all,
Kylian
this
Mbappe.
is when, in the face of
If
anything,
not,
hope
I'll need to
springs
put that in
eternal
the second half
and the
of the game.
fans puff out their
But for now,
chests
let's
proudly.
play. Okay, we have kicked off the game.
Action has already started. Messi. Mbappe on a strong run down the right. Goal kick. No, I stand
You
corrected.
can
It's
see
a
that the
corner.
Kylian Mbappe is trying to play more aggressively. I don't think he's following matching. He's so free. He's so free.
All he
Maybe
needs
when
to
that
do is
rating
to place
reduces,
this
it
between the
implies you are
goalposts
matching the
and
wrong player.
basically let them attack it.
Man to man. Let's defend in a man to man with every player with an opponent player.
And now they can spring out of defence. Promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. It's lost. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. It's Maradona! That is very close. Maradona brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
We're going to see if you're matching him currently or not. If you do, therefore it implies the man marking when
He's
the
going to be
player
disappointed with that.
overall rating
Martinez.
means that
Well,
player
Peter, this is a game where I really don't think I need to spell out who I'm expecting to find the sparks. The name is Diego Maradona. Not your can
Come on.
finish! Yes, it's there! Oh, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet. Oh, the contact was fantastic. Right on the bootlaces, and it packed a lot of venom for what was a really potent strike. They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough. Yeah, although that first goal is a welcome boost, they can't afford to ease off now. To do that would simply be inviting danger. And he's quick to snatch it back. Now it's Martinez. Saka. He certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
All right. Can we
It's
score
the
here?
perfect opportunity to create a cushion between them.
I think that is a goal.
Too much care.
He went for the corner.
Too much heavy.
Costa Corta. The two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point, and the score is 1-0. That's been cut out, well played.
Yeah.
Haaland. Belling. Morientes.
Come on.
Saka. Well, the The defence proved infallible then, and that won't be the last they'll see of him. And Odegaard!
My boy.
And kept out by the most elastic of saves. Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Now these are the set piece strategies where Holland has like 6 yards, 3 pound foot. So let's see from the week.
Ball.
Alright. Go back.
Who's there?
Cleared away. Bayern Munich can counter promptly here. Oh, great chance. And that's offside. Yes, it is.
No
And
way.
he's lost his man here. Holland. He's had a shot. He's scored. Bayern Munich are all square. That really is quite.
Try to clear the ball.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive. The finish exquisite. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Nah,
Peter, I was on the fence before the ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved. That is as far as they're going to go. De Ligt promptly onto that, and that is that. It's Haaland. It's Haaland. Oh, shoots it tight! Marvellous goal! And that really is so impressive. Yeah, having the trust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another. Bayern Munich get themselves into the lead. To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up. Something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it. Here's the final action of the first half. Well, it has been a very watchable football match that has already provided 3 goals, both teams contributing plenty to it. And in terms of scoreline, it is close to the game living up to billing and plenty of thrills to keep the crowd warm. We'll be resuming in a quarter of an hour from now with the scoreline 2-1. So there was the first half. Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess. Gets underway. Well, it seems like the perfect situation for fortune favouring the brave. 45 minutes to pack in enough risk-taking to get this turned around. It's very doable. Vinicius Junior, he's got away, and the shot!
Right.
Real chance and a real let-off. Bayern Munich just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Hakimi looking to penetrate opposition lines. Vinicius Junior could move up a gear here. Over to the left. It's lofted through here. And they're quick to get it back. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's found a way through. Oh, that was expansive and incisive.
Ah.
The type of move to please any coach.
To me, bro.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter. This is a really front-footed approach. Spot on, Peter. It's Maradona! Denied by an instinctive save. He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it. Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time. Card. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Erdegaard going face to face with his great rival. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
No.
That's a little off target. Saka. Pass is just off target. Nicely weighted ball. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. Martinez. Now that's well seen too. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Oh, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this way and that. Kind of match. As neutrals, we all love to come and see. How do you look back on the game then, Jim? Look, Peter, a strength in any team.
I asked my players to mark and bro. Anchoring, I'm seeing the goalkeeper. That I'm seeing the keeper. What is going on? That feature definitely seems to have an error. What is going on?
There you go. Second opponent of the day. Let's try to win this now. Oof. Mr. Boy 76. Alright. Let's give some individual instructions. Let's remove anchoring. And let's man mark using Bellingham to man mark Kylian Mbappe and side mark Lijinho. Let's play that. Let's use the newly introduced efootball key. He is the one playing as France.
Arsenal fan. Yo, brother. Sorry, my chat was not being displayed. I don't know why. So I finally fixed it now. I can see Arsenal fan. Saw your chat.
And so we reach the final qualification lap. It is so crucial for those looking to take the club to the next level, a step closer to being a part of the big business. A big performance, that's what's needed here, and the loyal following is assembled, doing its best to be the wind beneath the wings. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, things have got underway here pretty promptly. Oh, that's a key interception. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's through and all alone. Oh, here's a chance. That is decidedly lacking. France were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
Yeah, just run through. Is it just me or the game feels weird playing it this time around?
Well seen, saw that coming. There is the supremely talented Jack Wilshere. I wonder what sort of role he's going to have, Wilshere.
Well, he's very versatile, so I suspect he might play a combination of deep-lying midfielder, but also get involved via a box-to-box presence.
Look at
Spanish technique and English line.
What a combination.
Mbappe! He's got away with one there. Really was just waiting to pounce on any slip-up, and he was gifted a chance. Mbappe. Crossed just off target. Costa Corta. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. Bellingham. That is lovely. Threads one in. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Rodri clears it away. Odegaard. Communication breakdown there, it seems. And he's quick to get it clear again. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Aim forwards. Gets his pass away. Odegaard. That is good alertness. Shifted upfield. Mbappe. Saka. That has been cut short. And it's Wilshere. Morientes. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Saka. Side giving way. It has been tight. Morientes unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. De Ligt spots it and intercepts. And that interception was most necessary. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively. Both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break. So your views on the first half?
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0.
Ricardo Martinez is one of the boosters of
Substitution for France.
Number 15.
What a beat.
Number 6. Hakimi. Coming on the field.
And the second half gets underway.
Rodrigo.
Well, that first 45 minutes didn't deliver as we'd hoped. Lots of effort, but and Martinez! He's done very well to take that back.
See, how can you just
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Oh, great feat, that. He's got away. And he was alert to it. Rodri gets a foot in here. Saka, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Morientes,
Speed.
do that too?
no joy this time. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here. He is through here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's close personal. And it had to be. Mbappe. He's picked his way through. Can he get it through? Oh, well played, well played. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that. He made it look a bit predictable. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. And out to safety. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. He's through here, and the shot's on here. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. No breakthrough, and well into the second period, it is still anyone's game. Final ball not quite right. His teammates are irritated at that. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Let's see if he's making any changes. So we can adjust. Okay, for example, now changes have been made to our score. Coming in, and if you check the instructions, you see that some instructions are not missing. This implies this player that is performing these instructions has been substituted. Welcome to your stream, Odibani.
This
Try
game.
to put on your index. There, do that. Okay. Okay, man.
That is a gem! An absolute gem! All balls are watchable when they come at a time like that. The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Pedri with a long range straight in, bro.
That is
A
crazy.
1-0 lead established. There's a
Well,
long
that's
time
the
coming,
one.
but I think it's fully merited. They've applied themselves extremely well.
Second substitution is based on 16 and then over.
Kane, Rodri. 5 minutes left on the clock. Now it's Lewandowski. Now it's Odegaard. Oh, that's fabulous. And that has put paid to that. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect then? Shots! And he has kicked it out somehow. That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected though. Call him number 2 then. Can he finish? Had a swing, but it wasn't to be. Listen, I'm not sure he had to go the first time, but at least he showed some good confidence. France have their third corner. Goes into the header! Quick to recover this. Nearly. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the
And he won the game. They are playing in possession but not winning. Why? You don't create chances? Now let's switch formation. Switch. What else? Switch formation, remove individual instructions, and play that way. Let's remove every individual instruction for this. Turn off all instructions button. So it's going to be easy. So let's keep doing. We are going to use information and play quick counter. Let's just like that. Please. I hate the fact that they will always do this. It's like I'll just release Bukayo Saka. They will always bring him to play as my fullback, and I hate to see that. I hate to see it. When there's Hernandez, you're here fighting to play as a fullback. You can't play in his position. I don't know why. Always fighting to play as a left back in all my accounts. He's always fighting to play that position. No speed, no strength. His speed is not applicable in game. Checking connection status right now. There you go. Bro, this UI is really amazing. The newly introduced way of seeing your opponent's name to the opponent you're facing. All right. With all that being said, let's get into this game straight. Let's bring in Neymar to play up front here. Lautaro Martinez, who is playing. Let's play Lautaro Martinez instead of Morientes. Wait. On this wing. This guy scored an absolute banger yesterday for Germany. He scored. Musiala scored. And the other guy. Feature of Philly or Feature. I've forgotten that.
And so we reach the final qualification lap. It is so crucial for those looking to take the club to the next level, a step closer to being a part of the big business. A big performance, that's what's needed here, and the loyal following is assembled, doing its best to be the wind beneath their wings. And expectations are rising and rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. And she has already started. Oh, good read. And we have our very first corner.
Alright.
And that should get the job done. Rice. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. That was very necessary. He's done very well to take that back. Bellingham. This is promising. Ronaldo. Chance! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. Predatory goal. Oh, Peter, you can't teach that. You either have it or you don't. His anticipation is on another level to everyone else's. Superb.
Yes.
Free kick.
It's not touching that.
Moved on forwards. And that interception was most necessary.
No, big touch.
Spread out to the left. Great run on the overlap here. Now here's the delivery. This has gone, presumably for offside. Played out wide. Back into the middle. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. The pass has been well intercepted. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. It's a good run down the right. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
He's scared of me doing a comeback. That's why.
And that's been intercepted.
He's scared of me doing a comeback.
Corner number 2 then. That has been knocked clear. Kimmich, well seen, saw that coming. Manchester United can start a counter here. Now it's Neymar. And he's gone looking for safety. And here's Neymar. Shapes to shoot. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. It's a pretty loose pass. Now the finish! That's just playing it safe and simple. That has not gone well. Works it forward. That is good alertness.
2 minutes has been
Looking
indicated.
for the runner. And there's Greengrass and there's the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
This possibly the last play of the half. Vince. Referee's had a look and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one. That is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
Tickets you were given when you were walking through the
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to. And the second half gets underway. I think they've got to go out at the start of this second half now and set a tone that smacks of intent and determination. Should they manage it, I think they can find a way back. Hernandez.
Hernandez,
Cross
you
the
are
court.
not even.
It's headed upfield.
Haven't been-
Beckenbauer spots it and
you
intercepts.
haven't
And here's the chance to counter.
Well, you are already.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. And they can counter here. Threads one in. Played back in. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Can he finish? And he's straight offside.
He's so slow. So slow.
Sergio, what are you thinking? Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this. Oh, good read. Oh, there's the clearance. And it's Neymar. But this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter. They're coming again and again. You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here. Real chance!
On the ball, bro.
Really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It's their second corner of the game. Managed to get it away. He'll try from distance. And no one is overly concerned about it. But it'll keep the defence on its toes at least.
Coming on the field is number 29, Kai Havertz. Substitutions taking place.
Rice. Now it's Odegaard. Martinez. And that interception was most necessary.
Substitution in progress.
And here's Neymar. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now. Could be danger here. Oh, that's fabulous. This interception, his positioning was spot. No, that was never going to make it.
What's it?
And it's played forward. He's shifting through the gears here. He's got the shot away! Yes! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes. And the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper. That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more.
Maybe I'm using the die button too much this time around.
All hands on deck for this one.
Running.
They've played it short. Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
6 added minutes has been indicated.
Saka, he won't be happy with that one.
Clear back pass, bro.
Speculative strike.
Clear back pass.
And make it run.
That's it. They're going to get 30 minutes more. Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
Play a back pass and make a run.
As they prepare for another 30 minutes.
Substitution on the field. Number 20, Adrian. Coming on to replace
90 minutes gone and nothing between them still.
Substitution.
Hernandez. Odegaard. That was lovely, that. That's an excellent interception. Odegaard.
What
Orientes.
is that pass?
Rudiger.
This game seems like you need to
Just
reduce whatever it is. Because there is
Xavi Alonso. Casemiro. Looking for options for movement. He has found a way through. He rises!
is a player even what, bro? What are these players doing, bro? How can you,
Manchester United get themselves into the lead. Look, he's the
bro?
one everyone expects to put the ball in the net.
Has
That's what
anything to
he's
do
paid
with
to do.
Lijinho? What?
That's been intercepted. Xavi
Wait
Alonso.
before he delivers.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Morientes.
You guys want
That's
to
been
play like
intercepted.
game
And he's
before the ball.
heaved it away. Gets his pass away. That's it for the first period of extra time.
Fucking hell, man.
20 minutes long gone, 15 of an extra 30 so gone, and the search for a winner is still truly, this is a punishing game. And minds. The outstanding question, the only question, is there still room for one last bit of drama? And we're off for the final time. Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? Oh, that's well spotted. That looks a decent ball. Fiddles it through. Hernandez makes the interception. That is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look. Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. The most accurate pass. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly. The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So that is it, the end of the road. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen? Well, what can I say?
Play well in possession.
Bro, how is it?
Let me just stay quiet. Stay quiet. 3 games, couldn't win 1.
I need to practice, boys. Ah! Let me go urinate and come back. Bro, my game is so bad this time. So bad. I don't know why.
I do lack pen. Where are we going? Let's see who we're going to get. Are we going to get a non-rated overall Messi? Or who are we going to get now? Gonzalez. Sorry, bro. Did you mention anything in the chat?
The Wi-Fi that my PC is connected to is kind of slow. And I can't really see what you say in the chat.
If you're watching too well, you just see anything in the chat. Let me see what is in the chat. Just say
Anything.
wow. I don't know. I did this
Organization like
countless times. Countless times. Let's see. Yeah, my buttons do not want to serve on me.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but we hit half-time. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's...
Perfect to be heavy after the
So your views on the first half?
Look, this match promised goals, and it certainly hasn't let us down. It's been really, really entertaining.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And we are already promptly back on the way. Now it's Mbappe. De Ligt. For Rice. Passing is crisp and sharp. Couldn't quite squeeze that. Played out to the right.
Wow!
Again. Neymar. Oh, it's come loose. Costa Curta. Odegaard. And it's Messi. They've got it back. Has got a shot away. Oh, the ball's run loose here.
The attendance for this
And
match
they've got a
was
throw.
72,306.
That's a sweet ball there. Can he put it away? It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, here's a chance. And collective relief. On the faces of the defenders. Really got in the face of his opponent to set it up. It's great grafting.
But play it behind, not back to the person that played it.
It's a throw.
Play it directly back.
Substitution
What?
on the field. Number 7 coming on the field is number
That's a
17.
poor throw that. Picked off with relative ease.
Actually, there is no play on the midfield.
And he's in on goal.
They're playing the
He's
free ball.
got the shot away. Goal! Paris Saint-Germain into the lead once more. I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Number 18.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Vince. Hernandez.
That
And he
was
has
not
been fouled there.
Hey, why are you?
The guy was loading before playing the pass.
Hernandez.
They wanted to
replace
load
him
it
is
before playing the
number 8.
pass.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
You are loading.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. And he's managed to get rid.
Come.
Vince. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. It's good running with the ball. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now. Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now. Great defending, strong and determined.
Substitution on the field. Number 13. Odegaard. Coming on the field is
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Hey.
Moriente. It's Moriente! It's Ramos. Who's going to get there?
No, way.
And he was quick to react. He can run onto that. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was intense and enjoyable contest that either could
Why is this guy? Why?
ultimately decided by just the odd goal. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Make it run, win the ball.
Why did you start again, bro?
me just choose play style. It's not even play style. I'm playing well in possession, but the passes are delaying, bro. Delaying. What is going on? I don't know. Playing in possession, but the passes are delaying each and every time. Delaying.
Or they are being delayed. This is the last attempt in this competition. If he fails again, bro, if my passes are being delayed, bro, I will be so angry. Give me the opponent, Konami. Just shush. Make sure to like the stream, share. Bro, even if you're saying something in the chat, I can't really see. The Wi-Fi my PC is connected to seems to be slow. There you go. Let's see this time around. Are the passes going to be slow again? I don't know. Liverpool.
Opponents ready? Let's get it going.
Well, here comes a crunch game. So much depends on this. Expectation and nerve. It is indeed a heady mix. This place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibel spared in this collective chorus. So it's down to business here. And it's De Bruyne. Now it's Haaland. Oh, good read. Looking for options for movement.
Bro. Yes.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim? Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne. He's just one of the best strikers of the ball you'll ever see. And that applies just as much to his passing game as it does to his shooting prowess. He generally likes to keep things simple, taking as few touches as possible, but making every one of them count. I've got a feeling he's going to be a real handful for the opposition here. Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack. That's been intercepted. Haaland. Final ball not quite right. His teammates are irritated at that. Chance here to counter.
I asked you to play that once and for all, man.
Over to the left. Mbappe. And he's heaved it away. And he's quick to snatch it back. That's just playing it safe and simple.
What?
He's got the beating of his man. He's through. It's Maradona.
Bro, yeah, He just tapped in the ball and gives the open.
So impressive. Liverpool take the lead. Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game. Oh, that's well spotted. Maradona. And they're quick to press.
Bro, Pele!
And it's Maradona. Haaland. Now then, the ball's come loose. Defending of the desperate variety. He'll try from distance. Odegaard. That's a throw. Ederson deals with it effortlessly. Odegaard. They've managed to get it away. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. There will be 1 minute added time. Haaland. Spread out to the left. First 45 minutes are up. Which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
Worst ever stream ever.
Better than this. They'll want to keep things simple, build up their confidence, and not rush into mistakes.
And we're off again. I think they've got to go out at the start of this second half now and set a tone that smacks of intent and determination. Should they manage it, I think they can. He's got the shot away! There it is! They are right back in business. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time. Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game. Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved. Morientes. Passing is crisp and sharp. Here's another to add to football's endless list of could-haves and should-haves. Quality deserted them when they really needed it. Mission 1 has been accomplished, so why not continue with the same approach?
The attendance for this match was 71,649.
That's a throw.
The journalist said, let me continue the show. Look at what.
Good steal, he just read it. Mbappe. The assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Any point in time when you want to play the foul, there is a deep pass. He just decided to allow the ball to happen.
That was good alertness. Rodri. Now it's Odegaard. Played back in. Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Substitution in progress.
And he's managed to gift it back. And that interception was most necessary.
Substitution.
Saka has it out wide and in space. Rodri wins the duel this time. Rice was looking wide. Odegaard. That looks a decent ball. Costa Corta. They've got to be quick moving this forward. Forward it goes. The less said about that pass, the better. Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Bro, he's running.
Substitutions taking place.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Now it's Diaz. Interesting ball. He gets big. Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last flick. Hakimi with the foul.
Yeah.
Hernandez. And they've got a throw. Fitz. Another throw in. Griezmann crosses. And a shot! Oh, that's incredible! And that has raised the roof! Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and when it picked up the flight of that, it was too late. Chance! No mistake! And surely that does it! Perfect time! Decisive strike! Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back. And that's it! Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. How do you look back on the game then, Jim? Well, it's pretty clear that there was a solid game plan in place.
Not solid. Sharp.
Quiet. Guys, until next time we meet.